guys, here's your workout description for Tuesday, March 24th. So we're gonna start with 2 minutes of jumping jacks. Just set yourself a clock and full on in and out for your 2 minutes. Then mobility, we are going to grab a lacrosse ball. Hopefully you guys have something, whether it's a foam roller or lacrosse ball. We're gonna get into your lats, so right underneath the armpit here, and then as well into your pecs. So there's a video if you want to watch a little bit more on that. Otherwise, we have done these lots in the gym where you're just gonna stick that lacrosse ball underneath that armpit and then just move around, try and find that tight spot, try and relax into it, breathe a little bit, and then move your way around. As well as the pecs, you can do this laying on the floor, where you're just gonna lay right on top of it and move yourself around, or if you have a wall, you can also do that up against the wall. So give yourself about 45 to 60 seconds aside for each of those movements on that one. Next up for the specific, if you do not have a pull-up bar, this one's gonna be a little bit harder, or even a band, but there's still ways we can work around it. So 7 scat pulls to start, holding every rep for 2 seconds. So scat pulls, we're gonna be on that pull-up bar and just that initial pull up, and then relaxing back down, pull, hold for your 2 seconds, coming down. As always, focus on legs together, keeping that belly button to your spine, feet together. And then the wall climbs. Again, if you have the wall, perfect. If not, you can put your feet up on a couch and then just walking your hands in, or even a chair if it's not going to move on you. Walk yourself in and then controlling it back out. Sorry, back to the scat pulls. If you don't have a pull-up bar, there's a couple things. If you have a band that you can tie around something and you can just pull it down to here. If not, a really simple way to do it without any equipment is just holding your arms out. Think of just kind of bringing your shoulders down and back, hold them, and then relax it back out. So pinch back, down, relax it back out. Aim for 7 of those, or we can also do the push-ups where you're holding yourself in that plank position and you're just going to push through the shoulders and then sliding down. So making sure when you're doing that, you don't let the elbows bend, elbows are locked out, push up, sink into the shoulders. So sorry, going back to those scat pulls, that would be the 7 of those. Again, the 3 wall climbs, hold that last rep for 10 seconds. And then the band oscillation. So if you have a thin band, put it around your wrist. You're gonna start with them out here, and then you're just pulsing your way up till you get to that very top position, and then work your way back down with small pulses. So 3 of those. There's also a video for that. If you don't have a band, go ahead and try grabbing a towel, and the same thing, just pull apart on it as you're coming up, okay? So just small little pulses, still gonna get those shoulders nice and warmed up, all the way to the top, and then slowly working your way all the way down. So our strength for today is some dumbbell work. So hopefully you guys have a set of dumbbells. Remember, if you don't, we do still have equipment that is available for loan at this time. No charge, just let us know and come pick it up. So it's gonna be every minute on the minute for 8 minutes. Alternating between a dumbbell shoulder to overhead single arm and a single arm bent over row. So these are going to be single arm if you have that option to go heavy. So if you have multiple dumbbells, you want to pick something that is heavy. If you have dumbbells but maybe something that's not so heavy, then you're just going to do 10 per side, and then same with the single arm bent over rows, it would be 10 per side. If you don't have any weight, we're going to try and go with a backpack press and a row, and we're going to do 20 seconds per arm in those minutes. So it would be 20 seconds, many reps as you can do, with a 40-second rest before moving on. So just to go over that dumbbell press, if you have that one heavy dumbbell, anything goes to get it overhead. So dumbbell is going to start touching your shoulder. You can strict press it. So if you feel like maybe your dumbbells aren't that heavy, try and go for the strict press. We can push press, so that small dip and that press overhead. So So make sure overhead, arms staying nice and close to your head. We're still coming all the way back down. And as you dip, shoulder and hip are staying stacked. We're not pushing our bum out. So it's that small dip and press overhead position. So 3 with one arm, 3 with the other arm. If you're going even heavier than that, you can do a push jerk where we're going to dip, jump underneath a bit, stand up, reset before your next rep. And even from there, you can do a split jerk where we're gonna come into that split. Make sure you step your feet back before you bring your dumbbell back to your shoulder. On the even minutes, we have our bent over rows. So with the bent over rows, one arm at a time, hinging the hips back, keeping the shoulders back so we're not slouching through it. We're going to pull up and then control it back down. So try not to make this a jerking motion where you're dipping and trying to reef into it. Keep that control pulling with the upper back. So either single arm if you can go heavy enough for the 3 reps, or 10 per arm. If you have a lighter weight, you can get a bit more reps in. With the backpack, try and fill it as heavy as you can, and then you can find a way that you can comfortably hold it behind your back, pressing it up, and then bringing it back down. So you can still do a push press if you went in a little bit heavier, or even into a jerk. Just make sure, as it's gonna be a little bit more wobblier, you can still get a range of motion. So if you have a backpack that you can't quite hold down to your shoulder, try and figure out something, play around with where you can hold it. That's gonna be the least awkward for you. And then we have the bent over rows with the backpack as well. So same idea, we're going to hinge, you're going to pull it up, and then control it back to the ground. So with the lighter weights on that one, you're gonna try and aim for that 20 seconds of as many reps as you can do, and then rest for the 40. So that is your strength work. Going from there, we have our workout. So again, if you're fully equipped, 5 rounds, 20 cal row, 16 toes to bar. Toes to bar aren't in your wheelhouse. Knee raises are always an option as well. At home, equipment, partial, you could do your 1,000-meter bike. Again, go for a bike ride, or 25 V-ups. The no equipment version would be an 800-meter run and 25 V-ups. So V-ups, if you're able to do these, we are going to start laying on the ground, arms over your head, and we're going to come up onto your sit bones, touch your toes, and then control it back to the floor. If you don't have V-ups, we can aim for a tuck up, so still trying to come up onto your sit bones and tucking. And if you're not quite there yet, you can try just holding that half hollow, bringing your knees in, or if you have that ab mat, go ahead and do some sit-ups. Maybe add in a couple more reps if you're doing the sit-ups. If you find that a bit more challenging, maybe push it up to 30 or 35 on the sit-ups. So that's the workout. And then we have the accessory work. So this one, it's a hollow to shoulder extension on parallettes. 5 sets of 6 reps. So there is, again, a video for those of you who have a full gym. If you don't, you can do it with chairs. So make sure you have chairs that aren't going to move on you. So if you can put them on carpet, or try and stack them so that they're not gonna move on you. You're going to hold hollow with your feet in front of you. Think of pushing your bum up. This is your shoulder extension. And then we're going to push back into a hollow. So think of kind of belly button to spine, bum's gonna be up, pressing through your shoulders. Then you're gonna jump through, again, pushing up through your shoulders. So back and up. Sorry, my chairs are not staying still. So again, make sure that they're in a place where they're not gonna move on you. If you don't have that option to even use the chairs, or you're not comfortable with that, just aim for maybe 5 sets of 20-second in a hollow hold position. So I know this will kind of mimic what you did in the workout, but that's okay. Hold this hollow body position, tuck your knees in, bring your arms down. You can challenge that, bring one leg out, switch it to the other leg, or legs tucked, arms out. Just try and keep the shoulder blades off the ground, small to back, push into the floor. So that is your workout for Tuesday. Have fun, and I'll be looking forward to seeing your guys' scores.